Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Nuclear Throne. I'm Nye, and an update happened, as usual. So, Crystal has been updated, the throne has been updated, some smooth portals have been updated, and tons of balancing fixes, etc. Well, I don't know what happened, so I guess we'll find out with Crystal right now, apparently. Might have to actually go look at the details of what it is about Crystal that got updated, because I'm not 100% sure. Now, someone told me that it is probably statistically better to take the first box or two of guns instead of just ignoring them, which I'm assuming someone knows better than I do, so I'll go ahead and accept that, and we'll go open the first box or two, and then hopefully get a gun crate as the next thing down the line. I kind of understand the reason behind that. You know, it makes it so you get a gun crate on better, better sections, you know, better gun types. So we'll go ahead and run with that. I asked you guys a couple of days ago for some questions you wanted answered, because I don't have anything to talk about while I'm doing this stuff. Didn't have a lot of responses. But the one that did come up is, why did I first start doing this? But I guess it's the question that most YouTubers eventually get, right? And there's no magical anything about it, really. For a very long time, when I was a kid, you know, when the internet was first starting to get up there, and I was first starting to play stuff like, first starting to play stuff like Final Fantasy X, which was one of my favorite games as a kid, I ended up using a lot of guides and stuff, GameFAQs.com, things like that, when I was trying to look up some of those details about the things that you don't necessarily know, you know, kind of off the top of your head. How do you do this? How do you do that? What the hell is an Odin's run? You know, that sort of thing. And I kind of thought it was just so... I'm going to skip this box. I thought it was so damn cool. The people who... They just knew everything, right? They just... They had beaten the games so thoroughly that they had, you know, they had all the information and they were spreading it among other people. And one of the things that, you know, has always been a big thing for me was, you know, I love to teach people how to do things and, you know, how to do better. Use the knowledge of my own for others to get them to a place where they want to be. For a very long time, and perhaps in the future, one of my dreams was to become a teacher. And while that may not be something that's happening right now, it's still something I want to do. So I kind of thought, well, you know, maybe I could make up my own guides and help people out. Didn't really quite happen, unfortunately, for a variety of reasons. I'm just not that... What's the word I want to use on this? I'm not that thorough on what I explain to really make that a thing worth doing, really. So I kind of passed on the idea of making guides. And keep in mind, this was back, you know, before YouTube really became this big thing on the scene of, you know, places you go for video game info. So I kind of give up on that. You know, I didn't want to write as much. I didn't want to deal with formatting and all that stuff. I just didn't feel like it. So for a while, it just kind of... Wow. That just kind of all of a sudden happened. For a while, it just kind of left it at that, and that was it. You know, I kind of ignored the idea of making guides and things like that. And then, kind of went on my merry way and did my own thing. And then eventually, I was doing some, administration moderation work on a card game website, and one of the moderators under me commented that he was doing a lot of YouTube and making videos, things like that. And it's something I hadn't really thought about, and I thought, well, why not? It doesn't really take much to get into this. There's no... Unlike, you know, the stuff previously that I was looking at, like GameFAQs, there's no one to sit there and say that, you know, no, I'm sorry, you're not funny enough, you don't get to do this. There's no one that sits there and goes, you know, your quality is not good enough, so you're not allowed to do it. Now, worth noting is that if your quality isn't good and you're not funny, chances are you're never going to become, particularly famous. But, hey, it doesn't stop me from having a hobby. So I went and just started pulling stuff together. I mean, it was no real big thing. The hardest part really is just making sure that your computer actually runs the programs you need. I just left a bunch of that there, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, all you got to make sure is that your computer runs the program you need, and that's really about all you have to do. So I just went and grabbed... I don't even remember what program I was using at the time. But I just went and grabbed some program that would allow me to do recordings, and then just started going. Might have been Fraps, might have been something like that. And that was about it. Just decided a couple of games that I knew, that I played a bunch, so Golden Sun and stuff like that, and just started rolling. As time grew on, I never really decided I wanted to make money with this, so I just kind of saved up and did my own thing when it came to equipment I needed. So, things like the video capture card came in very, very late. I'd already been going for probably 6 months to a year before that was even a thing I was thinking about. Was using a pretty crappy headset for a while. That was always a thing. So I eventually upgraded to that. And it was just slow upgrades. Get the things that I want, and then basically make it so my my standards are the standards I'm aiming for, which is both a good and a bad thing, because I'm very picky about some things and I'm very lazy about others. But I just kind of said, it would be my standards I'd be hunting. I'd be trying to, follow through on. The only person I'd want to impress was me, and that was about it. And then from there, kind of did my thing. I kind of said to myself, okay, I want to upload, I want to upload 2 videos a day, 3 videos a day, and I did that. For a while, I was uploading 3 videos a day, and I just didn't have the time for it anymore. Okay. Darn assassins. For a while, I was uploading 3 videos a day, and that's when I was like a part-time worker at my job. And then, as things got better at my job, as I got promoted and things like that, I started running out of time there. I didn't have enough time to really put up 3 videos a day. So I, kind of went down to 2, and I said, okay, well, if I'm going to do that, they need to be 2 good videos. I've kind of maintained that. A little bit less so lately, just because has been a little bit hard, because once again, things have changed, things have been upgraded. Now I work full-time, and sometimes it gets a little bit hard to get 2 videos up every single day. I'm sure you guys have noticed that from time to time, that occasionally I'm a little bit late on a video set. I try to make up for it by uploading 2 videos at the start of the day, 2 videos at the end of the day, if I happen to have missed the previous day. But just kind of said, well, if I can't do 3 videos a day, I'll do 2, and that'll be about it. Which, personally, I think is a, kind of a big deal for someone who doesn't make money off this. I'm not able to do this as a job and make money on it, at least for the time being, because that's just simply not something I've set up. So, the time commitment to get all this stuff done like that, kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. But yeah, that's about it. There was no big story of, it was my life stream or anything. It was like this. I just went, okay, well, this is something I kind of wanted to do as a kid, so let me just make it happen because I can. That's really about it. There was nothing much else that really went into it. No tremendous amount of thought. No, I never thought I was going to make money off of doing YouTube, so that really wasn't a thing. And I just kind of treat it as a hobby. I put as much money as I'm willing to put into it, and then I don't. And most everything I've done that I've actually kind of like expensed out for YouTube has been something that I can use elsewhere for something else. Now, kind of ignoring the video capture card, because that's, basically a YouTube-only expense. But the microphone I use for gaming as well. I've used it for Skype. I've used it for conferencing with various people for various projects that I've done. You know, headset, same thing. The computer, when I upgraded it, you know, upgraded computer is good for gaming anyways, and I'm as big a gamer as I've ever been, if not bigger. So, you know, all of this kind of ended up adding up as a beneficial thing. So really, none of the things I've purchased have really actually been things that I couldn't use anyways, which is good because I'm not getting, you know, rebounds on them. And then I guess the other big thing is just, you know, trying to decide where do I want to go with the channel. You know, I get frequently I get questions from like a couple different networks that keep on poking me and asking me, do I want to, you know, do I want to partner up? And I still haven't decided if I want to. But that's always the big question. Is just what do you want to do with the channel? And to begin with, I always told myself this was going to be a hobby and little else, because you know if you try to go too deep into it, if you try to make it, you know, more than a hobby, then if it works, great. You know, now you're making money for something you love doing, and that's, you know, there's never anything wrong with that. But you know, the other thing you got to remember is that if it's more than a hobby, then if you don't treat it right, then it actually is a job, and you know, that could be, you know, that could be bad, because like you're taking something that should be fun, playing video games, and making an ever-loving fool of yourself, and you turn it into a job, and that's generally going to be a bad thing. So, God damn it, assassins again. So, haven't decided yet, especially because, you know, I do have a full-time job that I do work at. So, you know, it's not a tremendous thing that I have to think about right now. I just don't have to. Like, there's no need to think about, do I want to make this full-time because I have a full-time job? So it's not as if I need the money. And the other question is, you know, if I and my full-time job is something that I enjoy doing. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my dream job. That would be go with that. Wouldn't necessarily say it's my dream job, because that implies that, you know, there's kind of nothing else I would rather be doing, and that's not exactly right. But it's not a bad job by any means. I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun with it. I can see myself doing it for quite a long time as I kind of line things up and decide what will become my dream job. So, there's not a lot of incentive to really, you know, up my game too much, because, you know, as is, I'm doing pretty good as it is. I think that about answers that. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm dead. Darn. There was also another question in there, but kind of missed it. I unfortunately do not have it open in a side window that I can glance at. So I'll have to look at that again a little later on. And I will say, you know, one of the things that I was really worried about when I started up my channel, which is actually why you don't see a lot of my favorite games on the channel, and it's also why a couple of series ended basically prematurely, is that for a very long time I was under the mistaken opinion that, you know, if you weren't a partner or anything like that, there's really no way you could get away with doing Let's Plays of stuff that is really, you know, sensitive. For example, Nintendo is known to be, and I love this phrase, notoriously litigious with the stuff that is theirs, and you know, I never wanted to deal with that. And so when I saw that Nintendo was warpathing a little bit about some of their properties, I stopped doing any Let's Plays on anything Nintendo related, which may or may not have been a bad thing. So far in all the time I've been doing YouTube, I have had maybe 4 or 5 actual issues stemming from copyrighted material. The only one that was actually a big deal that has actually done anything on it at all was actually specifically when I was doing a Fallout New Vegas Let's Play. Apparently, I mean, content ID matches happen, and I'm not too worried about them all that much because unless the company wants to do something about it, I don't have to worry too much about a content ID match. Yes, your music is in the video. Yes, it's being used. No, I'm not making a profit off of it, and it would be transformative work anyways. So I'm not too worried regardless. The only video I've ever had where there's been a problem with this has been very specifically a Fallout New Vegas one where the song Blue Moon was played. It's at the very beginning of Fallout New Vegas. A song I love, by the way. But apparently, because of that particular video can't be played in Germany. And that's it. That's the only thing that happened. And like, there's nothing I can do about that. I can't really, you know, I could excise the song from that video if I wanted to, but that video's been up for a while now. It just doesn't feel worth it. The only other thing that ever happened, and this was a little bit more of a pain, and I had to eventually fix this, is that for the ending simple and clean theme from Kingdom Hearts on my original Kingdom Hearts Let's Play, apparently standing orders from the artist are that, you know, that song, if it gets pulled up, should be the video should be silenced. Basically, everything is turned off, sound and you know, everything is gone. Which unfortunately makes it very hard for me as a Let's Player to do anything with that because you just turned off any sound I have, and the thing that makes it transformative work is the fact that I'm talking over it, in addition to you know, playing it. So it's very hard to, you know, it's very hard to argue against how you're using my stuff when the argument is, yes, I'm talking over it, is not valid because you freaking took my voice out. This was kind of a pain in the butt, and I had to solve it by, in the original video, I had to solve it by allowing YouTube's software to remove that song specifically, which worked to some extent and not to other extents. It kind of worked, is what I can tell you. Yeah, it kind of worked. Everything ended up sounding very muddled, and it was a pain in the butt, and I wasn't happy with it. There's nothing I can do because copyright. It's just a thing that happens. That's all I can do. But yeah, it wasn't too terrible, and I ended up fixing it, and all was well, and I just got shot by a sniper. The second time that I went back and redid Kingdom Hearts in the HD, you know, the 1.5 HD, I very specifically went in and edited the song out to make sure there wouldn't be a problem. And in that case, actually had the opportunity to have a separate voice file and separate game audio file. So I was able to do so with a lot less trouble than I would have had to have otherwise. And honestly, that's about it. Like, I haven't had any real issues. But that was always something I was afraid of. You know, I was afraid of having those issues because that's the, you know, oh god, my, you know, this hobby of mine has gotten me sued, is the big thing that I was always worried about. I was always, for a very long time, I was of the mistaken opinion that one of the things the multi-channel network did was get a deal going on with the copyright holders that would allow you to use their copyright. I don't know where I came up with this idea. Back in hindsight, having looked a lot more into this over the years, holy crap. Having looked a lot more into this over the course of years, I can understand exactly how stupid of an idea that was. But, that was always something I thought that that the channel, or that the network did. That was kind of one of the points, was you know, you make money for them, they protect you. Now, I know that's not as much the truth. But, yeah, that was always just one of those things that I thought was the case. And when I learned that that is actually not what ended up happening, there's a couple things that I felt a little bit less comfortable doing after that. So, for example, Nintendo-related stuff I've not really ever felt comfortable doing because, you know, Nintendo has gone after people. And I just didn't feel that... Go away. I didn't feel that it was worth it to do it with them. You know, I frequently try to get permission whenever possible to upload stuff. Some people are really cool about it and don't make a requirement that you do that, or will give permissions ahead of time. I love people who do that because it saves me a lot of time and effort. But there are those people who actually, you know, tell you outright, hey, you know, we want you to use this because they understand what, you know, Let's Play can be for them, which is literally free advertising. I'm advertising for you by playing your game. And there's been actually a number of viewers, a number of you guys have actually let me know, hey, you know, I bought this game because of you, which partly, you know, makes me feel awesome because what you guys are telling me is that I made the game look awesome enough that you were willing to buy it. But also, you know, I get really pleased because it's like, well, you know, I'm not just, you know, using the game for my own selfish ends. I am actually making sales for the developers. And, you know, if I'm Let's Playing a game, you can rest fairly assured that I'm playing the game because I like the game. So far, there really hasn't been any videos I've ever uploaded of a game I did not enjoy. Now, if things come to pass, and I eventually start doing outright reviews, which is something I've never really done. Typically, whenever you see me do like an interlude or something, it's a game that I actually like already that, you know, I want to do a video on it, but not necessarily a series. You know, maybe in the future I might start doing videos on games I don't particularly appreciate. But it's pretty rare. So typically, you know, I like the games if I'm doing videos of them. And so you can feel pretty assured that, you know, I'm happy to get these developers money for it because I want them to be making more games like whatever it is I am playing. Because as I said, I like the game. Like, that's the point. That's the reason why I'm doing it. You know, I've had comments from one of the guys behind the music of the game, Teslagrad, telling me that you know, they're working on the songs for the second game, and like that was one of the most exciting things for me to hear for a while. Was that, oh god, this game that I really love, Teslagrad, they're making more of it. You know, it's really cool news for me. Actually, something I'm a little bit concerned about. I've had a couple of approaches from various people, as I said, asking me would I like to do something a little bit extra. You know, nothing monetary has ever been offered, and typically I would feel less than comfortable actually accepting any such offer. I should have actually opened up that chest. But you know, I've been offered, hey, you know, this game is out and it seems like something you would like to do, or that you'd be interested in. Would you mind taking a look at it? One such example was the game Crest, which I still have my eye on. The developers of Crest, after I played, I believe, Godus, they contacted me and said, hey, you know, we have this God game that we're creating, which seems like it's right up your alley. Would you mind taking a look at it and doing a short video on it? I'm like, okay, well, you know, if you're willing to offer me a key or something. Keep in mind, in this case, it was at the time, it was a free game. But, yeah, if you're willing to offer me that, I'm willing to take a look at it. You know, I'll just make sure to let my viewers know that this is something you did give me a copy of. Because that's one of the things that I'm so worried about. Like, I like, yeah, one of the things I enjoy doing is, you know, giving you my opinion with the understanding that, you know, nothing is influencing my opinion other than the game itself. And I found myself so concerned that if I were to start accepting these offers of, you know, here, take a code if you'll do this review, you know, that sort of thing is distinctly different from, hey, we'll pay you for a review, I think, because it's press copy. I'm still concerned about it, though. It's something that's it's something so weird because it's not something I have any experience with. Yeah, I think I've had maybe 4 instances altogether where I've ever been given a press copy of something, and I guess it's gonna start happening a little more often now that there's 1,400 of you guys out there who's watching what I have to say, but it's weird. So, on the one hand, I really want to try doing this to bring attention to some more of the games that I'm going to like, so, you know, get some attention to those developers, let them get attention, and then hopefully, you know, get money put towards stuff that I like, so that way I can keep playing stuff I like. Yep, there's a little bit of a selfish motive here. But, man, I'm just so worried, because I've heard what amounts to horror stories of, you know, YouTubers that basically had their integrity essentially destroyed because of, you know, people who think they were getting paid for an opinion, whether that's true or not, I don't know. And one of the, you know, like between us, like, you know, you guys as the viewers and me as the whatever the term is, content creator, between us, the only thing we have is this kind of me talk, you listen and respond via comments relationship. The only thing we have, you know, is the kind of interaction here, and the only thing I have to go on is my personality and or word. That's about it. And let's be honest, there's no personality here, so it's basically my, give me that. You know, it's like losing that trust of what I have to say is kind of a terrifying thing just because of that aspect of it, I think. You know, it's a whole trust thing. It really is. And if you guys don't trust me, like, what's the point? What's the point of doing reviews? But also, you know, people don't trust you. They're not going to want to look at your videos. They're not going to want to do stuff like that. And so that would just really ruin everything that I've created. I'm really worried about that. It's one of the few things that I worry about. I'm not too worried about making money off of this because getting decapitated reduces max HP. I did not know that. Interesting. Yeah, as I said, I'm not worried about, you know, making money off of YouTube. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not something I really put much thought into. I am worried about kind of the death of the channel for something as stupid as, you know, I accepted a free copy of a game to give a review and got really pissed about it. I am. That's the type of thing that bothers me. I don't know if anybody else has that problem as a channel, or if you guys think it's really silly for me to worry about that. But that is something I worry about. Okay. This will be our last run for the day. Haven't really gotten anywhere. Now, keep in mind, I haven't played any Nuclear Throne in a number of days, so I am running a little bit rusty right now, which may have a little bit of something to do with it. In trying to keep up on the episodes that I release on a daily basis, I've been doing a number of episodes early, just to make sure that, you know, I'm caught up and I have something to upload. This sometimes means that I don't play Nuclear Throne or any of the games, for that matter, for several days. Which, if anybody, you know, if you've followed my channel for any particular length of time, you probably know this already. It's one of the reasons why I don't really get a chance to respond to you guys in, like, live chat or in real time. Plasma gun, laser pistol, shotgun. Oh, come on. Pain in the ass. That's why I don't typically respond to you guys in video, and more I respond to you in comments when I get on one of my catch-up days, because it really is, it's typically a catch-up day. I let a couple of the, let some comments build up, and then I respond to everything at once. But it's why I typically do that and don't get to you guys in voice, because I typically do this stuff ahead of time to make sure that I'm always caught up. I really don't like missing days if I can help it. And, you know, there's some days that I can't help it. You know, work ran late, wasn't able to sleep because telemarketers keep calling. That's happened a lot more than you guys think. Oh my God. Oh, that was really close. Yeah, that happens more often than you might think. Losing sleep because of telemarketers. I mean, I had 4 of them call today for reasons that I couldn't figure out. I'm not buy their products. I don't want to buy their product. But yeah, so certain things may cause me to not be able to post on time or not be able to respond to something like that. That's why I typically don't worry about it too much. But I don't like to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Laser cannon, laser rifle. So switch over to a laser cannon for a while. Okay. This is not working very well. I don't like this item. Okay, I don't like this gun. I don't like this gun at all. You. Looking forward to seeing what this contains. Please be good. Laser pistol, flare gun, toxic bow. Now, none of these are amazing. Stop hitting me. Okay, not a fan. We'll go with the flare gun, I think. This fire tends to work pretty well in this game. Oh, God. That. I prefer to have a gun that is not one of the ones that's been offered to me. Can I, like, toxic bow is tempting. I'm just gonna stick with laser cannon. This area is just not the best for it. Okay, we're out. Just not a good area for it. Let's see. Better accuracy, I guess, what we're gonna do. Like this. I can drill a hole for people. That's a thing I can do. Okay. I don't like this gun. Like, I would like it. I'll probably like it on the throne. I'll be honest. It's probably going to be a throne gun. But, right now. Son of a bitch. You jerk. Okay. It's gonna be good against bosses, I think. Okay, kill you. What I don't like about it is it just eats ammo. Like, it is a complete ammo eater. I don't typically like ammo-eating guns. No! Okay, guys, well, at least we got to here. If you have any comments or questions, do leave them in the comment sections, and I'll respond to them as soon as I see them. And I'll see you guys next time.